from being here on time. I'm sorry for inconvenience that could have caused anybody. All right, we'll dive right in. Any public comment on items not on the agenda? All right, hearing and seeing none, we'll jump right into our first presenter, which is Nicole Rush.
Hi, good morning, everyone. This item is grant contracts with the Department of Commerce for the BSTF grant for Botany Natural Soap, which was an award made in January to create 3 more jobs at the Botany plant, I guess, or facility out in Bonner.
Fantastic. Go Botany Soap.
Yeah.
I don't have any questions. So I don't hear or see anything. So I'm going to motion to approve the business assistance agreement and management plan for
right.
Big Sky Economic Development Trust Fund and Botany Soap.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Nicole.
Sorry. Thanks, Nicole.
Commissioners, have a great day.
You too.
All right, next up is Chantel.
Hi, I'm actually going to introduce Ann Miller. So I was the person who helped bring this MOU forward, but Ann is the managing attorney for the Confederated Salish Kootenai Tribes Office of Public Defender, and this is an MOU that helps support programming that helps a lot of folks. So Ann, take it away.
Good morning, and thanks for carving out time for me today. I was last in front of the commissioners in 2018 for an MOU to keep our reentry program going. So we are again applying for federal funding, Second Chance Act funding, to continue the Flathead Reservation reentry program. Flathead Reservation reentry program is based in the Tribal Public Defender's Office for the Confederated Salish and Kootenai Tribes. We provide supportive services to tribal members returning to the Flathead Reservation from incarceration. That includes case management, there's legal consultation, and then we also collaborate with other providers within the Tribal Defender's Office that provides a holistic defense model of public defense. So we have access to cultural mentors, psychologists, and attorneys and advocates that are assisting our clients. So when we're assisting people that are coming out of incarceration, it's not just people coming out of the Montana Department of Corrections, although we are doing that. It is also the jails, tribal jail, Lake County Jail, and Missoula County Detention. We find that there are our clients, tribal members from the Flathead Reservation, that are incarcerated there. And what we've done in the past, thanks to an MOU with Missoula County, is come into the jail, meet with our clients before they're released, so that we have a plan for when they're able to enter back into the community. Sometimes that means going into a Department of Corrections facility in between. Sometimes that means releasing back to the community. But we find that early engagement is the most effective way to engage our clients and offer services to them. So the MOU with the Missoula Sheriff's Department basically just allows us to have access to inmates. Most recently, that's been by phone, but our reentry attorney was going into the Missoula detention facility to meet with our clients. Access has always been granted us. We're grateful to the Missoula Sheriff's Department to do that. There's also a clause in the agreement that talks about possibility of collaborating on any kind of diversion projects in the future. I just wanted to have language in there that opens the door to that, especially as we see the Missoula justice system kind of opening up to new ideas about detention and how to assist people with reentry. I just wanted to make sure that knew that we would certainly be at the table in terms of ideas on how to serve our Native American clients. So that's an overview. If you have any questions about our reentry program, it's been going since 2015. We're hoping that this federal funding will keep us going another 3 years.
And Anne, I'm sorry, where on the MOU was the language that you wanted us to?
It is about the collaboration.
Oh, the history of collaboration. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, there's a history of that. And then there's a clause under number 3 under what Missoula County Sheriff Detention will do.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And
Thank
yes, we're absolutely supportive of this program. This is
Good, good. Glad to hear. Thank you.
Sorry, Josh, you're muted.
And have you had a chance to meet the new reentry person at the jail?
I haven't, but I heard about that person through Chantel yesterday. We were talking about that. I would love to have a discussion with that person.
Yeah, her name's Kim White. That would be, hopefully y'all can chat
Right.
soon.
Yeah, I certainly have some insights on, lessons learned for sure, things that we've done. Our practice with the tribal defenders is we're trying to meet the needs of the community. Reentry clearly came forward as a need on the Flathead Reservation. So we wanted to address that need. We also know that if we're doing something and it's not working, we should change it. So we're always open to ideas, feedback.
Great.
Well, I motion that the board approve the memorandum of understanding for a continuation of that grant application.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, Ann. Thanks, Chantel.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Lori Heyer is up.
Good morning, everybody. So today I have the amended resolution or amendments to Resolution 2008-155, which was the resolution for the bylaws for boards and committees.
Bylaws.
Woo!
I know.
Yes.
This is so in order to approve the updated bylaw template for community councils, we needed to revise and amend Resolution 2008-155, which that's what we're here today to do. The bylaw template is attached to that resolution. So by approving the amended resolution, the bylaws will also be approved and then ready to be sent to the community councils for them to review and adopt.
Great.
The resolution basically is specific only to community councils. It won't have any changes to the original resolution 2008-155. That will still be in place for all the other volunteer boards and committees in Missoula County. So essentially, the amendments will create a new resolution specific to community councils.
Thank you so much for all your work on this.
This was
Wow.
a slog process.
It was, and thank you for your patience in hearing about these for so many meetings. And I'm glad to finally be reaching the finish line.
And I'm sure you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bert will be very happy. So
I am going to tell Bert right after this. I didn't want to do it before. So
I move that we approve the 2021 amendments to the resolution 2008-155.
Hey, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well done, Lori.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Whew.
All right, it looks like the next thing up is a discussion on correspondence. And we have a letter to Secretary of State.
Hi, yes, commissioners, this is just the notice for the letter that you all signed and we sent out to the Secretary of State's office this week.
Great. Martin, have you seen the letter?
I haven't seen it. I was gonna, is it posted here? I haven't read it if it is.
Yep,
It's in
it
the-
is.
Yep, it is.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry about the feedback.
Is this in regard to the, some of the mistruths that have been spread recently?
The political theater, yes.
Exactly,
Okay.
the political theater, yeah. But Martin, after you read it, if you want to talk to anybody, you're welcome to, or check in with Bradley. We'd all love to chat if you want to.
Thank you.
Okay, discussion items. It looks like our next discussion item is a budget amendment, which means it's Amanda Henthorn's turn.
Good morning. So I have 6 budget amendments to discuss with you today. 4 are the kind that you guys really like. Unfortunately, 2 are not. So I'll walk us through all of them. The first one that we'll be hearing on Thursday is for the health department. It's additional funding from the DPHHS for diabetes prevention. All of the revenues and expenditures are covered through the money that we'll be getting from them. That one is very straightforward. You've already signed the contract to receive those funds as well. The second one is for a program with the Community Justice Department when they received a grant from the Office of Victims of Crime, International Association of Chiefs of Police for vicarious trauma response initiatives. So that's to help first responders and people that are on the front lines responding to victims of trauma. And all of the revenues and expenditures for that program are covered through the grant, and you've also approved that agreement at an administrative meeting. The next is an exciting one. It's again the Community Justice Department and the continuation funding from the MacArthur Foundation. And again, that one's just adding those new revenues and expenditures that are related to that. And again, all of the revenues cover the expenditures that are expected for that program. The next one that I'll dive into is the last of the super easy ones. It is for parks, trails, and open lands, and it's for the money for the restoration of 9 Mile Creek from the DNRC. And that contract was approved last week at an administrative meeting. And all of the revenues cover all of the expenditures on that one as well. The next one is one of the more complicated ones. It's not super difficult or a lot of money, so that's always helpful. This is for adopting revenues and expenditures for the management of the West Riverside Community Park, formerly Hellgate Lions Park. So this previously lived with a partner out in the community, and we're bringing it back into the county and management in parks, trails, and open lands. And so these folks just need some line items added to the budget to facilitate managing that facility. So it looks like, at least for the remainder of this fiscal year, all of the cash funds that were left over from the relationship with the community partner, plus all the expected revenues, will cover the expenses. I'm not sure about that going forward because there's just a lot of factors in terms of, COVID and use of the park and the new relationship there, and just trying to get a handle on those expenditures as well. So that one uses a combination of cash and expected revenues to cover the expenditures for that one. And then the final one is for, and I believe you signed the contract for this one last week too. Or maybe very recently. It's for the evaluation of the public safety radio system, the gap analysis with the city.
So this is amending our budget to account for their participation in the program, the expenditure for the contract, and we'll be using our portion of the funding will come from the 911 Trust, which is funded by the quarter that's in essence paid on your mobile phone bill that comes to the counties, and out of that trust that has a more than adequate cash balance to cover it. So those are the 6 budget amendments for Thursday, and I should have folks there to answer any operational questions for all of them. If there's anything that you have questions on right now, I'd be happy to answer those.
Those weren't all terrible. I was
Sorry,
braced for,
terrible.
yeah.
Those were all, yeah, expected and not terrible. So thank you for your concern, though.
Well, usually we just have such neat, tidy ones where we're getting money in and taking money out. These are a little different, so.
But it's still covered, and so that's
good.
great.
Yes. There's nothing to figure out. We've done that, so all should be well. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Amanda.
All right, and next up is anything new from the legislative session.
Hi, Commissioners. So actually nothing new today from the legislative session. They have been on Easter break. So they have been out last week, starting on Thursday. So they were out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They are meeting today, but they are not having a floor session other than in the House. And the only bill we have there is the Media Act, which we have been supportive of, as you know. And so we sent a message on that, but otherwise nothing. But we'll have more, I'm sure, by Thursday when they'll be back at it.
Chris, is there any truth to this no puppies west of the divide thing I heard coming down?
I heard it was no cats.
Oh, cats.
We are the Grizz after all. No
Right.
cats west of the divide. Oh, sorry.
No kittens.
No kittens west of the divide.
Moratorium on cute west of the divide. Gets in the way. Well, thanks. I'm appreciative of, I'm sure we all are appreciative of a little break.
Yes, we are.
Do we have any new COVID things to chat about?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I was going to say the exciting news, of course, is that our vaccination numbers continue to go up. Allison and the communication staff, as well as the vaccination coordination team, the health department, PHC, have all been working really hard to get messaging out about folks getting their vaccines. If you haven't had a chance, there are open clinics with open appointments out on the website right now. Please take advantage of that if you've not had the opportunity, because the goal, of course, is 75% for herd immunity. And as close as we can get to that number, as quickly as we can get to that number, it's good for all of us. So that's what I would put out there for COVID today. I believe Adrian's going to try and be here on Thursday for an update, I believe.
Good. Thanks, Chris. Do we have any anything to say on review of meetings or upcoming meetings?
I don't, but I was saying, Josh, you were out last week, so I don't know. Juanita, did you have anything fun? No.
It was all fun, but nothing of note.
Great. All right, then I believe we're done.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Wow, way to go, everyone.
Yeah.
25 minutes.